So here we are on the session of IT, and the session number 4 is create and customize table of contents. Yes. So far we have discussed several things in our digital documentation segment, in which we have studied about how we can implement style, how we can create our style, and then we can just insert any table or whatever the thing we can do with any kind of digital documentation. Now we will work on table of contents. First, we need to understand what does this mean. This means an index. You always make an index whenever you are doing your homework or creating any kind of document. So we need to create a table of content. Table of content is nothing but which provides the details of what are the particular field, what are the areas on which we are working, and yes, friends. So table of content means what? The particular page number, what are the topic, and how much days we spent for it. So this is the table of content. So you can relate in a simpler manner is to the index, what you make in your register. Okay. Once you are making your practical file, so you mention there then which topic I have worked on, and this can be available on this page number to this page number. So this is the simple meaning of table of contents. Okay, as the name suggests. So it is possible to easily create table of contents for a document. The writer application will read through the headings that are part of the document and can create the table of content from this. Very simple to understand, mark my point. Supposingly that we are creating a document. Okay, we are creating a PDF file, but for that PDF file, we need to create a Word file. So while working on that Word file, I have applied several type of headings. Okay, according to my topic. Everyone do this. So that heading will include it in my table of content automatically if we are using the table of content tool. Okay, so whatever the headings are will be included in our table of content, and then it will lead us to that segment. Okay, supposingly this is my heading, for instance, session 4, create and customize table of content. So if I have applied, mark my point, if I have applied headings, then it will create a table of content. If you are applying simple text, if you are applying only a simple text and then enlarge it and make it explicitly topic, then it will not referred as टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट. कई बार क्या होता है, कई बार हम जैसे कि मैंने ही इसी आप देख सकते हैं जो ये मैंने अभी हाईलाइट किया है, ये एक हेडिंग नहीं है. इसमें मैंने क्या किया कि बस एक क्या किया, अपना वर्ड लिखा, जो भी मेरे को टेक्स्ट लिखना था उसको बस साइज एनलार्ज कर दिया और उसको बोल्ड कर दिया. तो अभी ये कैसा दिख रहा है, हेडिंग की तरह दिख रहा है. बट अगर मैं माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड की बात करूं, राइटर की बात करूं, तो उसमें एक अलग से सेगमेंट्स होते हैं, अलग से आप देख सकते हैं टूल्स होते हैं कि जहां से आप पर्टिकुलर हेडिंग का यूज करेंगे. तो अगर आप उस पर्टिकुलर हेडिंग्स का यूज करेंगे तभी वो टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट में रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा. ओके, सो इन फैक्ट इफ यू लेटर चेंज द हेडिंग्स, द टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट विल बी अपडेटेड. Whatever the changes you are doing with your headings, it will be reflected in your table of content. Okay, so now we will understand hierarchy of heading. What are the hierarchy? Okay, so what do you mean by hierarchy? Hierarchy means the interrelation between object, interrelation between humans, or etc. So writer's table of contents, that means TOC features, let us to build an automated TOC. Whenever I will refer the TOC, that means I am referring to the table of content. So it allows us to build an automated TOC from the headings in a document. Okay, and whenever changes are made to the text of a heading in the body of the document or the page on which the heading appears, those changes automatically appear in the table of content when it is next updated. Getting my point? Before we start, make sure that the headings are styled consistently. Okay, so once again I'm making sure that you have applied the headings. For example, we can use heading 1 style for chapter titles, heading 2, heading 3 style for chapter subheading. So you can use it according to your convenience. Now, customizing a table of content. How you can customize it according to you? So almost every aspect of the table of contents can be customized to suit the style and requirement of our document. So yes, we want to customize it. That means we will customize it according to our need, according to our convenience. That means it's all up to the user how we want to deal with our table of content. Okay, so however, with the flexibility allow comes more complexity. So it is good to have in mind the end result. This is very important and very effective, like mentioned here. So whatever the changes, whatever the blueprint you want to create with your table of contents, so please fix it. Please have a good idea or have a great idea that what you want as end result. Okay, बिकॉज अगर हम पहले से ही कुछ सोच के रखते हैं तो उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करना बहुत आसान होता है, बट अगर हम हाथों हाथ इंस्टेंटली अगर हम किसी चीज को प्लान करते हैं तो उसमें थोड़ी सी हमें दिक्कत या कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज आती है. So start by clicking in the document where you want the table of content to appear and choose insert. Yes, if you want to insert table of content, then we need to click on insert tab, where you will find table of contents, index or bibliography dialog box. If you will click on that, then the table of content dialog box will appear, and change the required setting and click on OK. Here I have mentioned the screenshot. Here you can see I have clicked on insert, then I have clicked on table of contents and index and etc. Here you can find the table of content dialog box if you will click on this point. Okay, got my point? The table of content, index or bibliography dialog box look as below. Okay, here you can manipulate it according to you. Here you will find type, entries, styles, columns, background and etc. Now you can give the title of your table of content. You want to change the type, so you can change the type from here. For say from which segment to which segment you want to create index or table of documents, so you can choose from here, and then it will allow you how your table of content will look alike. So here is the preview. On the right side of my screen, here you can see the preview. आपके यहाँ पर हेडिंग आ जाएगी टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट, फिर किस टाइप से आपने जो भी हेडिंग वगैरह का यूज कर रखा है वो उसी हिसाब से दिखता रहेगा, जैसे कि इंडेक्स दिखाई देता है. ठीक है, and then you will click on OK, so it will be applied. Okay, so I hope that you have understood how you can insert a table of content. That's why I have mentioned here the screenshot, so you can better interrelate it. Now we will understand apply character styles. So supposingly we are working on table of content. Now we want to modify it according to us. Now we want to apply style something to it. Then we can also apply to it. So we might want an element to be a bit different from the rest of the line. Yes, absolutely. We want the changes. We want the uniqueness. For example, we might want the page number to be bold. To apply a character style to an element, so be sure we have previously defined a suitable character style. Okay, and in the table of contents, index or bibliography dialog box under the entries, so you can find the entries dialog box also. Here you can see index entry, bibliography entry. Okay, so in that index entries structure line, click on the button representing the element to which we want to apply a style. So wherever you want to apply a style, you can click on it. From the character style drop down list, select the desired style, as easy to understand. And to view or edit the attributes of a character style, select the style from character style drop down list. So if you want to select any kind of character style, so you can choose it from your style drop down list and then click on edit button, and here you can apply character styles to your table of contents also. So instead of discussing this as theoretical manner, now we are going to discuss it with practical manner also. Once again, we have come on our LibreOffice Writer interface. Here we can see. So for doing that table of content, we need to first add some headings. If we will not add headings, then we can't create what table of content. Okay, so we need to create headings only. Just a second, students. So here in the screen, you can see on your right side that I have shown you the heading 1, heading 2, heading 3 and etc. So supposingly that I want to give a heading. It's good. Okay. Then I have selected it and clicked it as a heading 1. Supposingly I want to create a class nursery 2. Okay, so now I want to give it as my heading number 2. Here it is. And then I have written here commerce, arts, and science. Okay. So here I have selected it and then clicked it as heading 3. Okay. So these are my 3 headings, heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3. Now what I will do is I will click on this insert tab. Okay. Here is my insert tab. Here I can find the table of content and index. I can click on it. It will load. Here it is, my dialog box. Okay. So this is my table of content. I can write any name, supposingly introduction. I can write it. Intro. Okay. And then type is the table of content. Yes, I want to apply it on the entire of my document. And here is okay. Okay. Now you can see the change in your screen that here is my table of content introduction. It has already built a table of content. Okay. Just like Layar Public School as the main heading और इसकी सब हेडिंग इसने बनाई है क्लास नर्सरी टू 12th. कॉमर्स आर्ट्स एंड साइंस को इसने उसकी भी सब हेडिंग बनाई है यानी कि सब हेडिंग 2 की इसने बनाई है एज अ थर्ड. तो दैट मीन्स कि जिस टाइप की आप हेडिंग देंगे उस टाइप का आपका कंटेंट बनता जाएगा. इफ यू आर अप्लाइंग हेडिंग 1 multiple times, so it will treat it as a main content of your table. So this is how you can create your table of content. So now a very good task for you, a very interesting task for you. You need to create 2 pages of document in which you have to apply several kind of heading. You can repeat it also. Okay, you can repeat the headings 1, heading 2, and etc. according to your convenience. And please prepare a table of content of it. And then please let me know and send your assignment, and I will post this question in your WhatsApp group also. Okay, so you need to create this assignment. You need to create a table for 2-page Word document in Writer. If you have PC, then you need to create a table of content also. Got my point? Give your consent. Great. So yeah, here we are on a PDF. So choosing paragraph styles for heading levels. How we can choose paragraph styles? Okay. So if you are using the default heading styles for the headings in our outline and we do not want to use heading numbering, we do not need to do anything on the chapter numbering dialog. The default outline numbering scheme uses the default heading style. This is very irrelevant thing because we don't use this thing. Because we want our table of content and its content to be very simple, to be very professional, so we do not interfere in it. So this means that if you want to change the heading style, so if you want to change the heading style, so you can apply the style from the style dialog box. As simple as it. And yes, we do not need to do anything on the chapter numbering dialog. That means if you want to manipulate, if you want to change your numbering of your heading, so you can. Okay. So to use custom style in the place of one or more of the default heading style. So if you want to change the heading style from the default heading style, so you can click on these options. First, you need to click on tools, then chapter numbering to open the chapter numbering dialog box. Click on the number in the level box corresponding to the heading for which we want to change the paragraph style. यानी कि जिस भी paragraph style पर आप लोग change करना चाहते हैं वहां के level box पे इस पे आपको click करना है. In the numbering पे आप जब जाएंगे तो वहां पर आपको paragraph style section भी दिखाई देगा. वहां के drop down list से आपको जो भी paragraph style चाहिए वो आप अपनी heading के लिए choose कर सकते हैं and then click on OK. Okay, so this is how you can just give the paragraph style to your paragraph to your heading. पहले बार हमने क्या देखा था कि कैरेक्टर स्टाइल कैसे दे सकते हैं. अब हमने देखा कि पैराग्राफ स्टाइलिंग कैसे दे सकते हैं कि हाँ हमारा जो टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट है वो कैसे लुक करता है. ठीक है, कैसे डिस्प्ले किया जाता है. सो इट इज अप टू यू हाउ यू डील विद टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट. दिस इज अबाउट द कैरेक्टर स्टाइल एंड दिस इज अबाउट द पैराग्राफ स्टाइल. ओके, नाउ वी विल डिस्कस हाउ वी कैन मेंटेन एन इंडेक्स. How we can maintain an index. To modify the appearance of an index, right click anywhere in the index and choose edit index. Yes, you can edit your index. Index means what? The table of contents outline, the table of contents. The major thing is contents. The table of contents or bibliography dialog box open, and we can edit and save the index using the 5 tab described in the previous section. As I have described that tabs in which you have find the style, frame, and etc. So to update or delete an index, right click anywhere in the index and select update index or delete index. If you want to update it, so you will click on update index, or if you want to delete it, remove it, so you will right click on it and then will click on the delete index and it will be deleted. Okay, so this is how you can delete or update it. And updating a table of content, this was about the index only, but now we are discussing updating a table of content. Now we want to update it. So writer does not update the TOC automatically. So after any changes to the heading, so the changes, whatever the changes you are doing with your heading, it will be automatically reflected to your table of content. Okay, right click anywhere in the TOC, from the context menu, choose update index, or if you want to manually, then you can choose the update index. We can also update the index from the navigator by expanding indexes. Right click. The all thing is that the very basic thing is that you need to click right click. You will select the table of content and then you will find index update. Okay, instead of going this vertical manner, you can just what you want to do is you need to right click on it. You will find different type of option in which you will find update also. So if you want to update it, you can update. Okay, don't follow the only conventional method. You need to be smart whenever you are dealing with IT subject. Okay, so deleting a table, yes, the very basic, the very same process is that the index you need to delete, you need to select it, right click it, and then you will find index delete menu over there. Okay, so this is how we have completed our session number 4 today only. So this is the self-assessment you need to do. You need to do first multiple choice question in which you have been asked that fit in which menu item from menu bar does the table of content, index, or bibliography dialog box open up. From where you can find this option? Very easy to answer is insert menu. Okay, the answer is insert menu. From the table of contents etc dialog box, which page contains open to edit the style of index item? कौन से आप आइटम्स इंडेक्स के आइटम को आप एडिट कर सकते हैं एंट्रीज से. ठीक है, एंट्रीज ऑप्शन से आप इसको अपडेट कर सकते हैं. आफ्टर द डॉक्यूमेंट हैज बीन मॉडिफाइड, क्लिकिंग ऑन विच ऑप्शन विल अपडेट द टीओसी. अपडेट करने के लिए आपको बहुत ही इजी आंसर है, अपडेट इंडेक्स को क्लिक करना होगा. आंसर द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चन. व्हाट आर द टू वेज इन विच द टीओसी ऑफ अ डॉक्यूमेंट कैन बी डिलीटेड. डिलीट कैसे कर सकते हैं? या तो आप उसको राइट क्लिक करेंगे या आप उसको क्या करेंगे, टूल्स मेन्यू के अंदर जाएंगे. Describe how you can edit the style applied to a particular structure from the TOC page. यानी कि टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट में आप स्टाइल कैसे अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, जैसा कि मैंने आप लोगों को अपने थ्योरी पोर्शन में बताया ही है कि how you can apply a style. You can apply a style from just going to entries tab and you will find character style and you will find the chapter numbering dialog and etc. Yes, the next question is where is the number of levels to be taken into consideration for TOC present. यानी कि number of level हम कहाँ से decide कर सकते हैं? Heading से decide करते हैं. ठीक है. So this is how we have completed our session number 4 of unit 1, which is about digital documentation, and we have completed how we can deal with table of content. So I hope that you have enjoyed this session.